Hi, I'm Brooks, the intern here on Almost Live. You may have seen me on the show before. It was a couple weeks ago, and it involved me getting a bunch of water and ice poured all over me. Do you remember?
Like in Kent, you live in Kent.
Well, I've gotten a lot of letters since then asking me how I'm doing, and I'm actually doing fine. At first, I was a little ticked off, but then a few of the cast members explained to me how getting stuff dumped all over me was really a sign of affection, and that not all interns have had this opportunity. So I feel really good about having crap poured all over me. It's kind of like the time when I was thinking about... Thanks, Joel. Thanks. You know, it kind of makes me feel like part of that Almost Live family. A family that... Hi, Nancy. Thanks. Thanks, Nancy. Nancy Guppy. I mean, there's really something special, a bond here among the staff, and it's a special feeling that I have felt. Thanks, Phil. Thanks a lot. You know, it's hard to explain if you're not part of it like I am, but I kind of think... Wow. They really like me. They like me.
Watch where I'm stepping here. Whoa, hey. Yeah, he's a nice sport there, isn't he? If anyone out there want an internship on Almost Live, you can see what kind of fun we have here, you know? That's a good educational experience. And by the way, I think basically the entire country this week got a very interesting lesson in political science, didn't we? All right, good, yes. Yes, the metal detectors screened them out here. Anyway, Pat says basically if he's elected, the first thing that he's going to do is build a big fence around our country, which, you know, it strikes me, if you live in Seattle, I want to explain, that's kind of like Broadmoor. Okay, that's what, that I believe is going to be his campaign slogan, let's make America one big Broadmoor, which I think is great. Have a couple of elderly guards at the border with clipboards. Oh, I don't see your name here. Who are you visiting? No. Bunch of Mexicans saying, no, we just want to drive through to the Arboretum. Anyway, it's just, you know, that's what they're saying. Anyway, also continuing in the political vein, here in our state, Governor Lowry is calling it quits this week. He said he wanted to do with the sexual harassment allegations that he had to deal with, even though none of that went to trial. And it's kind of ironic that today he meets with a guy, Bill Clinton, a guy who's been getting action all over the country, a guy who's actually facing a court date later this year about sexual harassment, and he's a shoo-in for re-election. Our governor has to go. Imagine what their conversation was like. Here's Clinton going like, hey, Mike, next time you're in D.C., you can do it in the Lincoln bedroom. And then Lowry, well, next time you're in the governor's mansion, well, you can pretty much do whatever you want. What do I care? I'm not going to be there. Oh, jeez. You know, it's just the kind of thing. Clinton, you look at those two guys together. Clinton's like the smooth big man on campus, the guy in high school who could get away with anything, and Lowry was definitely an equipment manager. Am I right? I mean, it's just so obvious. People wonder, you know, how does he get away with it when he... Well, I think it's pretty obvious. So now I guess Mike Lowry has to join the great Northwest political harassment triumvirate, Brock, Packwood, and Lowry. Now, Brock, as you remember, served special cocktails or brocktails to cute young interns, and then they'd wake up with him on top of them, which was great. Packwood said, "Hey, I never drugged anybody." Down, and then he wrote about it in his diary, and now, Lowry, you know, what is it about politicians in the Northwest? You know, I mean, it's like, it rains a lot, I guess, and people like to play indoors here. It gets a little out of hand. And now the only decent candidate left around here is Nike's candidate for president, Ken Griffey Jr., and now look what he's up to. Look at this. Now look what he's up to. Well, let's just take a deep breath and get on with our lives and get on with this show. So take a look.
All right, let's begin this meeting of the company safety committee. Any recommendations? Yes, Carl.
It's the same recommendation I make every week.
And that is?
That somebody go upstairs and put a sign on that door on the top floor.
You know, just for the exercise, let's all take a walk and go up and look at that door once again. Good idea.
There it is.
Well, that's the one. And again, your recommendation is?
To put some kind of a sign up on it. Okay, look, that does it. We have got to put a sign up on that door today.
Absolutely.
Finally. You know, I don't know why that wasn't done years ago.
Well, it is long overdue. There's no doubt about that.
You know, the problem was that as written, the sign just didn't provide enough information.
What it seemed to say was, hey, this may not be an exit, but that still doesn't mean there's any harm in going through it.
Precisely, precisely. What we need is a clearer warning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what we need to focus I really thought that one was pretty clear. No, I really did.
You know, I think maybe the problem with danger, four-story fall, is that it just doesn't say enough about the consequences.
Well, what if we just board the door up so no one can walk through it?
Your suggestion, Tim, is that we board up a perfectly good door. Nothing wrong with it. Opens and closes just like it's supposed to. But we should just board it up, just pretend that it never existed, all because people won't read a sign. Is that your suggestion, Tim?
No, we should come up with a new sign.
There you go, there you go.
All right, now come on, who's got some ideas here?
Okay, how about four-story fall, sidewalk below?
You know, again, no mention of the consequences. I mean, they're implied, yeah.
That's a good point, Carl.
Okay, well, how about four-story fall, you won't like it.
No, how about 80-story fall?
Yeah.
We are not gonna lie, Terry. It is a four-story fall.
Okay, wait. How about this? Beware of dog, 4 stories below. Huh?
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Worth a shot at least. No, we're gonna try.
Excellent. Let's do. Everybody, I think congratulations are in order. That new sign is working like a charm. And I am going to buy the safety committee a lunch.
Hey!
Nice job.
Chinese, I don't know what you got.
All right, stay with us. Once we've got a great show, and we'll be right back.
And then I worked for 5 years in an engineering firm in their marketing department.
Oh, that's great, because this position, you know, it could benefit from some creative input. Okay, so let me ask you this. What do you think of my ears?
I'm sorry?
Oh, my ears. Do you think they're too big?
No, I hadn't even noticed.
Oh, okay. Why don't you take a look then?
They look fine to me.
Oh, great. You don't know what a relief it is to hear that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Getting back to the interview, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years?
Well,
and don't answer that, because that's not really the question I wanted to ask. What I really wanted to ask was, just then, you know, were you serious when you said that you thought my ears weren't too big?
Sure, I was serious.
Okay, now I don't want you to think that just because I'm interviewing you for a job that you can't be honest with me.
Oh, no, not at all. That's how I feel.
Really?
Really.
Thank you. Okay, let me ask you this. Let's say you come to work here, and you do a good job for several years, and you never get promoted, and the only reason you can come up with is that your ears may be just a little bigger than normal. Not huge necessarily, but certainly bigger than they need to be. What would you do?
I guess I would go to my supervisor, and I would ask her right up front.
Hold on, slow down. Go to my supervisor.
And ask.
And ask. That's good. That is very good. Okay, now let me ask you this. Let's say you're dating a woman. Well, I guess in your case, a man, okay? No, I think we better make it a woman, because I think it's important for this example that it is a woman we're talking about. So let's say you're a lesbian, and this other lesbian woman drops you for no good reason that you can think of, except for that maybe
that my ears are too big?
Yeah.
Then I think I'd be better off without her. Mr. Lansing, can I just say that I love this company, and I would love to have this job, and I think your ears are just fine.
Really?
Really.
Thanks. Okay, well, enough about ears already then. Okay. Well, oh my, this can't be right, is it? You only have 5 credits in biology?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, that is really unfortunate, because this job requires at least 10 credits, and you are woefully unqualified for it. So I'm going to have to ask you to just leave, and when you, as you're going out, please ask the more qualified applicants to come right in. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you very much. Big ears.
I heard that.
Oh, no kidding, Mr. Spock.
Well, I heard that one.
Well, it's because your ears are really big.
No, you said that they...
No, I said they weren't, but they're very big.
Saturday night is a...
Good evening. This is the Late Report. Well, gun rights activists staged a legislative shootout recently, treating Olympia legislators to an afternoon at shooting range to show them that guns are safe and fun. As a result, there'll be about 20 more congressional openings in the next election than was previously thought. Microsoft has formed a new Internet Platform and Tools division. The Internet Platform branch will design sophisticated software for exploring and navigating the worldwide Internet system, and the Tools branch will make hammers. Well, the American Basketball League for Women has awarded Seattle a pro franchise which will play in the Mercer Arena. The as-yet unformed team has already announced plans to leave Seattle unless they get a new state-of-the-art facility. Boeing announced plans this week to build a stretch version of the 747. They say they'll rent the planes out for $70 to high school seniors on prom night. Governor Lowry told a rally of union members this week that he feels like we need to bring back Charles Dickens to battle the anti-labor legislation that the Republicans are proposing. Asked why Dickens, Lowry said he thought the sight of a dead, decomposed English guy just might scare them out of Olympia. Medical research studies titled Body for Sale, an inside look at medical research, drug testing, and organ transplants. Repeating that story, a guy from Renton wrote a book. The city of Seattle may ask the legislature for permission to charge an extra $10 fee for every car and truck licensed in the city to pay for road and bridge repairs. If that works, the city plans to ask the legislature if it can just go into people's homes and rifle through their drawers and wallets. The latest Green Lake Path proposal offers 3 lanes, one for joggers and wheelchairs, one for cyclists and skaters, and one for women who need to analyze their personal relationships to death. And now, here with an arts and entertainment review is Tracy Conway. Tracy?
Thank you, John. If the winter blues are getting you down, I have the perfect remedy. Grab your coat and hat and head for the sunny side of the street, 42nd Street. That's right, the fabulous Broadway musical 42nd Street opened Thursday at the 5th Avenue, and it is terrific. My foot was just tapping the whole time, and you know, it just made me realize how much I miss performing in a real theater. Because, you know, I have a lot of dance training in my background. In fact, I almost was a dancer. Did you know that?
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I was. Well,
Great,
anyway,
great.
After the show, I went home and I practiced all those dance steps that I learned in college. And do you know something? It is just like riding a bike. I mean, it just all comes back at once for you. Okay,
Hey,
for
what
instance,
are you doing?
I want to show you.
This is supposed to be a review.
This is one of the best. It's like a flap. It's a flap.
Hey, Tracy.
Flap. Flap. And then there's T for 2 and 2.
Hey, Tracy.
Hi, John.
Hey, yeah.
And then the one everybody knows. Oh, I love this one. It's the time step.
Okay, you know, Tracy, can we...
Hey, Tracy. Hey, hi. You betcha. Hey, let me tell you something. The guy who is actually casting for 42nd Street is backstage right now, and boy, he'd like to meet you, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, why don't we go back there?
Wait, I haven't done my dance and I haven't done my ballet.
Oh, that's fine. I'm sure. We'll have plenty of time for that later.
How's
Come on.
my hair?
Your hair's beautiful.
Is it okay?
Yeah. Good smell.
Finally, state Democrats in Olympia have voted down a proposal to put advertising on school buses, saying that it could distract drivers who are near the bus. They say it's much better for the drivers behind a bus to see a bunch of kids doing this. It's been a late report. Don't go away. We're coming right back.
I used to know a girl. She had 2 pierced nipples and a black tattoo.
If your family is like ours, you love the real butter taste of. I can't believe it's not butter.
If so, then you'll love the new family of products from the Phony Food Company, like this new spread. I can't believe anyone would make fake mayonnaise.
On a diet? Try. You're yanking my chain, right? This has got to be cottage cheese.
And if you want meat byproduct without so much meat, then I'm freaked out that something else could look like Spam is just for you.
Looking for a snack? How about, I must look a lot dumber than I think I am if you think I'm going to believe these are crackers.
Need something cheese-like with those crackers? Then why not try a box of, I hope to God it's not actually worse than Velveeta.
And if you have dessert lovers in your family, they'll really go for, if it isn't pudding, then what the hell is it?
And no salad of mine is complete without a generous serving of, bite me if this doesn't taste like salad dressing. Hey, honey,
Yes.
did you forget the eggs?
You mean the, I really wish you had told me these aren't chicken eggs?
Those are the ones.
Phony Foods, a part of the I can't believe we're making money selling this stuff corporation.
That's just about all the time we have for Almost Live this week. We want to thank Brooks, our wonderful, intern. You're all cleaned up, right, Brooks? And Tracy is going to get the professional help that she needs, and we'll see you next week.